Good morning, everyone. This is Deacon Damien, missionary in New York, and today is January 8th of 2025. It's Wednesday after the Epiphany, and our Gospel today is taken from St. Mark, chapter 6, verses 45 to 52. After the 5,000 had eaten and were satisfied, Jesus made his disciples get into the boat and preceded him to the other side toward Bethsaida, while he dismissed the crowd. And when he had taken leave of them, he went off to the mountain to pray. When it was evening, the boat was far out on the sea, and he was alone on shore. Then he saw that they were tossed about while rowing, for the wind was against them. About the fourth watch of the night, he came toward them walking on the sea. He meant to pass by them, but when they saw him walking on the sea, they thought it was a ghost and cried out. They had all seen him and were terrified. But at once he spoke with them. Take courage, it is I, do not be afraid. He got into the boat with them, and the wind died down. They were completely astounded. They had not understood the incident of the loaves. On the contrary, their hearts were hardened. The Gospel of the Lord. Dear brothers and sisters, today is Wednesday after the Feast of the Epiphany, and our Gospel focuses our attention on the revelation of Christ, not only today, but throughout this week. And Christ reveals himself. He reveals who he is, either through his miracles or by the fulfillment of the scriptures. Through the miracles, the Lord wishes to reveal who he really is, that is, God who became man. In yesterday's Gospel, for example, the Lord demonstrates to the crowd that he has power to feed them in the wilderness, and so performed a miracle for them, multiplying the 5 loaves and 2 fish. In today's Gospel, he wishes to manifest to his fearful disciples that he is Lord over nature, and even more, over chaotic nature. In regards to this miracle of Christ walking on the sea, we can reflect on one point which was certainly important for the faith of the apostles and also for us. That is, that in the stormy moments of life, Christ walks alongside us. It is very interesting to see that Christ decided to walk toward his apostles, not when the sea was calm and smooth, but when it was stormy and agitated, and the disciples were being tossed about in their boat. This miracle was very important for the faith of the apostles, that in their downcast, fearful moment, the Lord appeared on the waters to give them courage. This is key for us to apply in our lives, especially when the boat of our soul is being tossed about by temptations, worries, anxieties, struggles, and any particular difficulty. That in those moments of agitation, Christ is passing by. But in times of difficulties, we must resort to one secret: prayer. Not that we should pray only in times of struggles, but rather, prayer, especially in turbulent times, allows us to recognize that Christ is truly walking next to us amid the storms. Moreover, in troubled moments, our prayer ought to be a sort of cry out to the Lord, just as the apostles did. When we cry out to the Lord persistently, the Lord will certainly turn toward us. We will soon hear his voice, and he will enter into our boats, and our agitated soul will be put to rest. One of the great masters of prayer Saint Padre Pio said, "We ought to pray in the face of every challenge, every crisis, every failure, every cross." Also, prayer is the best weapon we have. It is the key to God's heart. Oftentimes, God will allow us to go through storms in this life, not because He enjoys seeing us suffer, but because we can actually profit from such moments, such that they are often opportunities for us to rely on God and to have greater faith in Him. This reliance on God is expressed in trustful prayer. I would like to finish with a beautiful prayer of St. Francis de Sales that can help us to have peace amid the challenges which often arise in our daily life. St. Francis de Sales says, "Do not look forward in fear to the challenges of life. Rather, look to them with full hope as they arise. God, whose very own you are, will deliver you from them. He has kept you safe thus far, and He will lead you through all things. When you cannot stand, He will carry you in His arms. Do not fear what may happen tomorrow. The same everlasting Father who cares for you today will take care of you tomorrow and every day. He will either shield you from suffering or give you unfailing strength to bear them. Be at peace then, and put aside all anxious thoughts." We ask Our Lady to help us, Mother of faith, Mother of trust, Mother of confidence, to help us in our daily life, and especially in troubled moments, to recognize Christ, but to always resort to prayer. Amen.
If you found this video fruitful, please feel free to share it with a friend or family member. Or if you would like to learn more about our missionary priests throughout the world and how to support them, please visit iveamerica.org. Thank you for watching, and God bless.